Hello, and we are back on the soundstage live at FRSA. It's Roofers Coffee Shop, and it's sponsored by Beacon. And I tell you what, this has been an amazing day. Amazing 2 days. We have had such great interviews, and we had Mr. Jim Hanson come by yesterday, and I was like, you've got to come back and do an interview and tell us what's going on. Jim, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you, and thank you for having me. We're happy to be here at the FRSA, supporting the industry, Soprema, Chemlink, TRP, and Resisto, all four of our booths here. And the turnout's been great so far, so we're happy to be here.
I love it. I've been by your booth a couple times, seen all of my friends. You guys are awesome over there.
Yep.
So I just, love machines, love automation, and you have the machine, Mini Macaden, that has been just changing the industry, and you are in charge of it.
Yes, I'm very fortunate to have the opportunity to be promoting the Mini Macaden machine within Soprema. The opportunity was presented to me a few years ago. I had a lot of interest in it in another position or role within the company, and when the opportunity presented itself, I jumped at it.
I love it.
It was one of those things where you know that it's a game changer. It's the force multiplier, as I've used in the past, the force multiplier in the industry that allows a contractor to do significantly more with less labor up on the rooftop. Pure and simple. Well, what we're seeing out there right now is a crew of 3 does the work of 12. And that's phenomenal in today's environment with the shrinking crew sizes, less qualified workers, and not enough people coming in the industry. We're able to offset that and support our contractors and help them maintain the high level of productivity up on the rooftop with this machine.
That is so cool. Okay, so there may be some people out there going, okay, wait, Soprema, they make roofing materials. They do building envelope. They don't do machines. Tell us a little bit, tell everybody just a little bit about, first, because I skipped this at the beginning, a little bit about Soprema, and then really how that Mini Macaden fits into the business model.
Good question, and yes, Soprema is one of the largest manufacturers of commercial, industrial, waterproofing, roofing, building envelope, below grade waterproofing products, as well as Resisto brands, which is more in the residential end of the marketplace. Anything on any of the 6 sides of the building to help keep the elements out, we do a pretty good job at making those products. So.
Yeah,
and we've been doing it since 1908. I think we're on a 3rd generation family-owned business. So, great company to work for. If you're interested, give me a call. We have plenty of opportunities. So.
Bring it on, bring them on home. Okay, so maybe let's start with the history of when you first brought the Mini Macaden to the market, kind of how that happened, and what you've seen, with the contractors using it.
Yeah, great question. A lot of people won't realize that the Mini Macaden is a Soprema product. It was introduced into the industry in 2006 through our Soprema Canada division, and they were selling it direct to the contractor for a number of years. Around 2014, they introduced it into the United States, and they were selling it to the contractors directly from Canada, then coming down from Canada and supporting the contractor by training them and being on the job site to help them, learn the ins and outs of the machine. And then we had that sea bug hit us, called COVID, and it kind of changed things. We still had machines coming into the United States, but we couldn't service or support them. And here in the United States, we had really no involvement with that program. And it was Tim Kersey who said, listen, we either take ownership of it or we just let it go. And that's when they said, take a look at it, Jim, see what the viability here is in the United States to take over the program and make something work with it. And since 2022, we've had our own Mini Macaden service division in Wadsworth, Ohio. And we started selling the machines, and then within a few months, we said, not working the way we want it to work. We need to change the dynamics because only the large contractors could really afford the machines. But coming to shows like this, I'm hearing from all contractor sizes saying, we have the job that we can use this on, but we can't justify writing a check for $50,000.
Right.
So, what can we do? And that's when we set up the rental department.
Yeah, I love it. Brilliant.
It's been going like gangbusters. We have pretty much our entire fleet of machines are allocated throughout the United States. They're on jobs, and we have more machines coming in to increase the size of our fleet.
Yeah, and the contractors who I've talked to who have used the Mini Macaden swear by it. They swear by it that it is saves them on the labor. It's the quality. You showed me some pictures yesterday of
Yes.
quality of installation, and it's funny because we were talking about people kind of scared of robots, but really robots are just machines that automate and are consistent quality. Talk a little bit about what you're hearing from the contractors, because all I hear is great things.
Same thing here. The contractors love it. They're able to maintain, no matter the weather conditions. It can be 20 or 30 mile per hour winds. It could be cold out. It doesn't matter. The production does not. The weather doesn't impact the production of the Mini Macaden machine. You're able to install one membrane roll, which is one square, in about a minute and a half. Okay, you load the machine. It takes about 30 seconds to load the membrane into the machine. You don't have to relax the roll when you're using it in the Mini Macaden. You just take the roll off the pallet, put it right into the machine, feed it through the machine, and then turn on the heat source, turn on the drive motor, and it moves automatically. It moves on its own, and we also have laser technology where it'll actually self-guide itself down the salvage edge of the membrane. And like I said, 30 seconds to load it, about a minute and a half to install the membrane. So our time studies, which we started 10 plus years ago, and all the film that we have on it, we've been doing the same thing over the past year, going on job sites, doing time studies. First day on the job with a new crew using the Mini Macaden, and within the first hour, they're averaging no less than 16 rolls per hour.
Wow.
And that's consistent. That's
Wow.
from 9 to 10, 10 to 11, on through lunch break. They come back and they're still, and you see them start increasing, maybe another roll per hour.
Yeah.
Some will get up to about 20 rolls per hour. There's no fatigue factor on the crew here. There's no strenuous work that they have to deal with. So you don't see a fatigue taper with the production in the later in the day.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
That is, I just love it. I personally think this is where we're going in the roofing industry. We are going to have these kind of machines, tools that are going to take the place of, or help. It's never going to take the place, but it's going to help with that labor shortage. We just can do more with less people, which is what we need right now because there's not enough people coming into work.
That's right. Force multiplier.
Yeah,
that's what we need.
Wow. So, how have things been going on the show floor in your booth? And you have a Mini here, right?
Yeah, we have a Mini Macaden in our booth. It kind of brings a lot of traffic our way. For new interest in the machine or people that have seen it before, and now we're in their backyard, and so we can really address answer their questions. The turnout's been great. We have a couple projects that we actually had a machine down at our Pompano distribution center that we were shipping back up to Wadsworth so we can ship it to another job.
Wow.
And we had to scratch those plans because the contractor said, "I'll take it."
Really?
Yeah, he has a 1,500 square project down still in Florida, and he stopped by the booth yesterday. We did the time studies on our flow chart that we have on my computer, and he liked the numbers, and he's like, "I can save that much." And after rental fees and all the fees involved, he was going to save about $40,000 in labor.
Oh my God!
And he's already bid the job. He already has the job.
Yeah.
So that's money that goes back in his pocket.
Yeah.
And he's looking at it now. He's thinking, well, now instead of having a crew of 10, I can have a crew of 6.
Right.
And get the same production. I could take those other 4 workers and I can send them to another job.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they're getting paid to be on this job, but he's sending them to another job, so they're generating additional revenue. So it's a win-win for the contractors.
So I just have one really important question. Do you have enough?
That's like I said, we're in the process. I have 2 machines coming in. I'm in the process of bringing, another handful of machines in to support this. My service center is empty right now. Yeah. So I have the machine on the floor, and I have the one down in the distribution center in Pompano, and then we have a couple more coming in.
Yeah.
So
wow.
that's a good problem to have.
That's a great problem.
It's a great problem to have. So we're happy that the program's really taken off, and we're glad that we're able to help all contractors, address their labor concerns as well as help them be profitable.
Yeah,
at the
exactly.
End of the day. Yeah.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
Wow. Jim, thank you.
Oh,
thank
my
you
pleasure.
For coming
Thank you for inviting
back
me.
here and for staying with us and sharing this. I think this is the kind of technology, this is the stuff that everybody needs to know about. If you want to know more about the Mini Macaden, just go to the directory on Roofers Coffee Shop, look under Soprema, or to the Soprema site. It's all there.
Or Mini Macaden at soprema.us.
There you go.
Just email me.
So great. Thank you all. Hey, I'm going to be turning the soundstage over to Megan Ellsworth, who's going to be finishing out the day. But just want to say, FRSA, it's been amazing. Jim, you're awesome. Thank you. And thank you all for watching. We will be coming back to you with more videos, more interviews soon.